This painting of the Byfield Parish Church was given to my wife and I by the lady who painted it back in 1976, and it's an important piece to me beyond just it's a nice picture of the building that I was called to serve in, because this was the parish, the fourth building of the parish church. We're in the fifth here. But let me tell you a little bit, or just what actually happened. When I came to Byfield, it was agreed upon that I would not have to start my formal ministry right away, because I was still a senior in the seminary. But not soon after I began, they came to me with a list of about 5 people who desperately wanted me to pastor or see a pastor, and they said, would you do that? I said, of course I'll do that. So I went to the home of Mrs. Olive Hewson. Now this is the painting that she did of the church back when she was a young woman, or at least younger than I met her, in her late 70s. When I came to the house and greeted her, she summoned me over to sit beside her, close beside her, and I got the point that I think she was a little hard of hearing. But she reached out and she grabbed my hand, and now I was not really experienced as a pastor, and what she said sort of rocked me back a little. She said, "Oh," she said, "I so wanted to meet the man who will bury me." Well, what do you say? I can't wait? Of course not. But I was a little bit at a loss for words. But over the years, we got to know Olive well, and she certainly didn't die the next day. But anyway, she kept saying, she had this painting on the wall, and she would say every once in a while, "Oh, I want you to have my painting of the church." But she never took it off the wall, and I wasn't about to go out and go up and take it off the wall. But years went by, and it's now 1976, and we were going to go to England for my first sabbatical. I was enrolled to study at the University of Edinburgh, and for a semester, and we were by now helping the Hewsons, because they were really past helping themselves, and the church took them on and provided meals and cleaned the house and did their laundry, just really cared for them. And she knew that we were going off, as I say, to England, to Oxford, that weekend, at the end of the week after I preached. It was Easter Sunday, actually. So anyway, that day we went in, my wife had made the meal, and we went in, and she had this portrait down on the floor beside her chair, wrapped in brown paper, so we could take it after, this was 7 years later, 1969 to 1976. And so we took it home. Now that was a Tuesday, and my wife knew she was going to bring in the meal that week, so she asked what Olive would like, and Olive told her, and she went ahead and prepared it. And we came back, we had 2 children at the time, and we came back to see her for not the last time, we didn't think, but at least for a while. I'd be away for about 3 months studying at the school. Well, anyway, we took the picture home, and that night, she died. She died that night, and we got a call in the morning. And they had set the funeral for Saturday at 2 in the afternoon, and we were to fly out on Sunday at 3 in the afternoon. And so I officiated the funeral and went to the graveyard and had the words of committal and left. And I thought about it, and I said, "God, you caused her to grab my hand and say that I would bury her, because you knew that with all the learning I had to do and all the struggles we might have gone through, I would still be in this church 7 years later, because I would bury her." And I did less than 24 hours before I left for a 3-month sabbatical.